Hello,
Hi.
how are you?
Great. You?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, today you are so BBC.
Yes, definitely. I'm pretending. I cannot really do that BBC kind of shit. Yeah, I'm not good at it, but maybe one day I'm a
You're
learner. Let's
like
see.
very formal and academic.
Nah, it's not academic actually. I'm fine, thank you. And you? It's just garbage. Oh shit.
Okay.
You can see that my room is not really neat like this. Okay. So, what's the topic today?
Today the topic is about you know uh, about BBC News, about like every student got that idea from the teacher. Practice your listening through BBC News.
Mm,
They they also have like some exam about BBC News. If you can pass the exam that about that listening part, they think your level is high. So before that exam, they often tell the students, go to BBC News, listen to it, practice. Yeah.
mm.
What's your idea about it?
My idea about BBC itself, or my idea about that teachers suggest BBC, or what
Yeah,
about
yeah,
what
about
the,
the teacher's suggestion, like you should go to practice your English by listening BBC News.
this suggestion sounds like if you are hungry you can eat rice. It's like that. It's the most the most plain suggestion I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, did you get this kind of idea from your teacher in school, in university?
Yeah, they generally they send me to some stuff like my major is English, so they say you should listen to BBC and some stuff from Cambridge and from Longman or something like this. And it is extremely like boring and sometimes just like some toxic, like some news like somebody got killed. Like I don't care, it's we all gonna die. Doesn't matter. Um, and sometimes it's just boring, like the Queen Elizabeth said this or that, and I'm like, sorry, but I don't care about the Queen Elizabeth, like, or Prince Harry, or the whole royal family and the whole Britain in terms of like some like monarchy type of stuff.
But you understand it, right? You can understand well.
I can understand, of course, yeah. Now I can understand well. Before, maybe I could always understand it, but it's not something that I would like to understand. It's just,
Okay, but many students they cannot understand it well. They feel so hard. I remember that when I was in university, my teacher asked me to do like that. I listened, tried very hard to listen to some BBC news, and then every time I feel sleepy. I cannot go on. Yeah, it's really hard. I cannot catch. And if I like word by word, I understand something, and then it's another news, it's another news. It's a totally different life. When I cannot get it, I cannot get it. I repeat it many times. Doesn't work. Didn't work.
I think, yeah, it's like people, not people, just teachers suggest listen to something like BBC, Voice of America. It's simplified for language learners.
Yeah,
CBC, ABC.
yeah, it's like I can give a like metaphor. Like it's
Mhm.
like some foreign students come to China. They try to learn Chinese, and the teacher said, go to listen to CCTV news, and they will get crazy and never, can can get the Chinese well. BBC News
It's
sounds,
the same thing as suggesting Shakespeare or something like very old. And same news goes
you
for
know,
BBC or CCTV. Is just very formally talking about something that you will like.
first thing is like you said, the CCTV is quite like, of course, for Mandarin it's quite standard. The pronunciation quite standard, but it's quite boring and quite it's far away from your life. You know, you
I
cannot
also
understand.
think for
And
foreigners, it's hard to
and
understand Chinese
yeah,
political stuff.
yeah, and it's very complicated background, you know, because it's about the culture, about the politics, and also about the idea, you know, about that country. So, and also they speak not oral English. It's like like a writing English, Chinese. It's not. It's written, you know. So it's if you like just a beginner, like try to understand the Chinese, and they send you to listen to CCTV news, you are finished. You know, you cannot go on. I think generally you will stop. You think, oh my God, it's so hard.
So
Yeah,
what is
I
the alternative to CCTV?
yeah, it's like even you understand what they are talking about, you didn't understand why they talk like this. You know, it's every word you understand, but then the meaning you don't understand.
What's
It's
your
rare.
alternative to CCTV?
Uh-huh. What?
What would you recommend to people who learn Chinese instead of CCTV? What's your
Uh, yeah, you can watch anything that you like, right? Some kung fu film, anything that you like. Yeah, the cartoon, some Chinese, I don't know, some cartoon, they have like a subtitle, Chinese subtitle or something like that, right? You can watch something or listen something that you like, or talk with people or something. Not, you know, like listen to BBC News. You cannot get the language feeling. You just feel afraid, I think.
okay?
What's your, yeah, because many of my students told me like that. They said, I practiced it. Yeah, but it's so hard. I got stuck. And I feel afraid of English learning. I feel that I cannot pass the exam. I'm so afraid, you know. Like it's I told them stop to listen to BBC News, to watch that BBC News. If you don't like it, if you feel so hard, stop it. Yeah, try
So
to
what's the
read some.
suggestion instead of stop it and then do what?
Yeah, to find something that you like, right? You can understand. Yeah, that is more
So
important.
now I see the difference between what you suggest and what other teachers suggest. Because
Uh-huh.
if you just tell people, just find something that you like, it's a very vague idea. And most often, people who learn English, they don't know what they like in English. For them, English is something new. Maybe they don't like anything about English, or
No,
they don't know what they like.
no, I
And
don't. I
you
don't.
suggest to find whatever you like. That's
No,
a big world.
no,
And other
no.
teachers, they suggest BBC. That's
Yeah,
very concrete. You just go to
yeah,
BBC and choose whatever there is available on BBC website or somewhere.
yeah.
And they feel very concrete. They know
But
what to do. And your way is very vague.
yeah, yeah. But be careful. My suggestion is more concrete than BBC News. BBC News is more vague for them. You know, vague for the like the vocabulary, all the stuff that is too many stuff in that news, because news is not focused on one field. There is like you know, very random news. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very
Yeah.
vague. Yeah, you don't, it's not a specific field, but my idea is looks very vague. But if you just find something you like, for example, you like uh, skateboarding, right? And you just search something that about skateboarding. It's very specific, you know. You just figured out what you really want to know in your life, and then search it in English, you know. That is more specific. It's not so vague. Not like the BBC News. The you know the scope is too wide. You cannot catch the field that focus some like a narrow reading, narrow learning. It's too
Mm-hmm.
vague. too wide. Yeah.
So yeah, then you should tell people that how to actually find something you like. If you just tell them whatever you like, it
Yeah,
just
of
sounds
course.
like it just
If
sounds
you,
like bugger off. What should
yeah,
I do? You come to somebody and ask, what should I do to learn a language? And you say, whatever you like. It means just get out of here. It's
no,
just
no.
whatever
You
you like, just do
you
whatever you
get
like.
wrong. You get wrong. My good friend. You know, it's like it's not like you just get out of here, do whatever you want. No, it's like figure out what you like, and then search it in English, online, or anything. You know, many students after that question, I would ask them, "What do you like? What's your hobby?" They will tell me, like, I like cooking. I like eating. At least they like this. I like you know, like painting, dancing, or like anything that they like. They can tell me, and then I said, okay, just search this kind of stuff online in English, and then watch it, listen to it, you know, and then talk about it with people. That's it. And they said, okay, I can do that. Yeah, I like it. For example, some guy like yesterday, one of my students told me like she felt so stressful about the English learning of listening to BBC News, and then I suggest like remind her to figure out what she like. She likes like movie, watching movie. So I said, okay, go to watching some English movie. And okay, good idea. And then she just enjoy, even forget about my lesson, just enjoying to you know, watching.
That's not very good marketing strategy for you.
No, it's
If you tell
and
people watch movies and then they forget about your lessons.
yeah, they forget my lesson is not a bad idea. And then when she feels comfortable after watching that film, and then she came to me and talk about that film with me, you know, explain
Right.
it, what happened, and I like what like character they like, you know, and then it becomes very like self-studying. They can do by themselves, and I just accompany them to help them express themselves correctly, you know, and like talk with them about the topics they like, you know, they feel so happy.
I suddenly remember one of the reasons why many teachers suggest BBC is for the accent, because it seems that on BBC, I don't know if it's true, but it seems like many people there speak RP, like received pronunciation.
Yeah.
It's considered to be standard in China. I'm not sure. It seems so. So some people are worried that, and some people actually do speak that kind of RP, that kind of BBC English accent. So some people are worried that if they listen to whatever they like, they will not get that kind of accent, and in China they will not enjoy that kind of status of like an educated speaker of English, and they will think they're too English or too American or to something else.
Yeah, that's another misunderstanding about language learning, you know, because they push the students, there is a standard stuff. So whatever you speak is not standard, because generally everybody has their own accent. So
Yeah.
they cannot feel confident about their speaking, you know, from the beginning. So it's wrong, totally wrong. It's like yesterday also another student, he said he is a director, you know, he just speak like like pretend to be American accent. Oh my god, I felt so terrible.
American accents, they sound like.
Yeah, he totally get lost, you know, like get lost in that others accent. I don't think you should just focus that standard of accent, you know, the pronunciation. Pronunciation is important, but accent is not so important, you know. You just take it easy. Yeah, you should understand something. And that guy is really funny, and he said, I feel you are Chinese accent. He tried to judge the others about the accent, you know. He said, you are a teacher, but you have Chinese accent.
So get out of here.
Yeah. Oh my God. You know, these kind of people cannot learn language well, you know. They just pretend to be others. They never feel confident of themselves. So they don't focus on something that they like, the idea they have. They just try to judge, try to study. It's totally wrong way, you know. So BBC.
I guess that's it. We just say goodbye to BBC and we say goodbye to each other. So just to give you a very vague, very specific idea that focus on whatever hell you like and do it, like just focus on it for some time and then jump on something else. Don't listen to BBC where today they talk about pollution, tomorrow they talk about the royal family, and the day after tomorrow they talk about fish and chips. It's
Maybe when you are advanced, you can do that. Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
you can do that if you like it, but most people don't. So we'll catch you later.
Bye.